Very well for you. People are very proud of their heritage in so different cultures. And also the fusion of culture. Because, for example, if you looked at the Kikuyu dance, you could tell it had influences from twist and salsa. But also it raises questions whether really it was influenced from the West, or that is the West that was influenced by African, people of African descent who ended up in the Caribbean. So it actually makes people to explore, the fashion, the fusion of those cultures, the versions of those cultures, and also Kenyans are able to appreciate other communities. Like I really liked the Northern Kenyan dance. We really liked it. We could now see a very robust Kuria dance. Many Kenyans may confuse Kuria, for example, with Kisi. We were able to see a very authentic dance from the Sengwer people, I think, in the Girl Marathon. But you could also hear people questioning what I call cultural editing. Like you can see they are not all the aspects of say the Girl Marathon or the Sengwer. So yeah, it actually symbolizes that conversation around culture and what is Kenya. Now, if you heard Bashir, the PA saying we need a new African Kenyan dress. I have been to Ethiopia. We all know how Ethiopians dress, right? But how does a Kenyan dress? This clothes I'm wearing here, is not from Kenya. This one is Gambia. This is from the Gambia. You get it? So I wore it because we are African. So the modernity of it, important culture, dressing from other cultures too. And you could see how the Minister for Public Service was dressed, in Columbus monkey, skin and all of that. But of course, you cannot dress like that when you go to work, isn't it? So the question would be, how then do you make it modern? How do you make it palatable? You see, before we used to have a back cloth made out of bark of a tree, like the mugumo tree. Yeah, and then of course the animal skin. That's biblical because those are the first kind of clothes that actually God made out of killing an animal to cover Adam and Eve. So I think it's very interesting. We need to move away as we continue this Tamaduni from now just performances to narrations to storytelling, because the people who don't know about their culture, who don't have their history, then have a problem. And of course you could hear now there's a culture bill, which is long overdue because it's enshrined very clearly in Article 6 of the Constitution. There's something I need to say. Na wewe uniulizi. Wewe. Lazima unauliza kama spokesman. Swali kama hiyo. Yes, so I am extremely excited to be the 5th government spokesman appointed by the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. And I am an alumni of Kenyatta University. For me, that is very important, being KUTV. So I'm very proud of the fact that you, as KUTV, have found time to ask me this question about culture, but also that I represent the alumni of Kenyatta University. I was once the chairman of the Alumni Association, and we are quite a number who have ended up in government. In Parliament, we have been quite a great cluster. And I also want to say, in terms of KU pride, both the First Lady and the Second Lady are products of Kenyatta University. So there comes a time, someday, unajua watu wa University of Nairobi wanaturingiaga sana. Watu watakisi tupumue. Hata sisi siku moja tu, once upon a time, hata kama itachukua miaka mingi sijui ni gani, hata sisi tutakuwa na rais ambaye ni wa KU.